Jalen Suggs drives. Found a wide open Ayayi who kicks it over to Nemhard.
Good to get him going offensively. He'd been struggling a little bit, coming off his worst game of his career so far last time out against Pacific.
Well, a much needed bucket for BYU. Timmy lines up the three, and that one's good. State, Dave Fleming, Sean Farnham tonight from Provo, Utah, where the Zags are off to another terrific start. The #1 ranked undefeated Gonzaga Bulldogs.
5 guys attacking that paint, securing that possession, not allowing second chance points.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Matt Harms just got taken out of the game. Richard Harward is in there. Suggs, nice little move heading into the tournament, just in case, whether it's an injury, somebody can't play because of protocol, foul trouble in a game. Connor Harding looks just totally out of sync. Gideon George, nice drive and layup.
Experienced in those star roles like they had a year ago.
By the way, that was the second foul against Gideon George. That's a big story. BYU, nothing happening on this possession. Spencer Johnson knows he's got to get a shot up. He does, and it goes down. BYU turnover, so that's a big reason why the Cougars are off to such a sluggish start. Second game in a row against the Zags. Great little pass from Nemhard to Watson.
It's incredible when you think of the great guards that they've had under Mark Few.
Harward down low, one dribble, goes up and scores.
Guys like Haas and Childs and Toulson, they lit up for the big game. Like you saw, there was a different kind of feel about excitement, the razor-sharp focus that we saw. This year's team, you and I were in person. We're not in person there tonight, but we saw them up in Spokane.
BYU team that's having another good year. They're 15-4, 6-2, projected easily to be in the field as Jalen Suggs perfecto with Gonzaga and ultimately took him down. Kispert bounces it to Drew Timme, who scoops it in with a foul.
Okay.
Missed the chance for the three-point play, but right as BYU was looking like they were settling in this game, Zags have gone on a push. Lohner, the freshman, for three.
His future could be in Provo.
It tells you a little bit something, doesn't it, about the confidence his coach has in him, that he's got the assignment with Kispert. Suggs went right by. They'll call that basket good. Harward under 10 to go first half. Suggs, quick look down low to Timmy, who just got great position. Did have it knocked away, but gets it right back and puts it in. Foul. 1 on the shot clock. Barcelo catches and gets it off and hits the three. Two teams, especially Gonzaga, the best shooting team in college basketball, best offensive team in the country. Corey Kispert, big reason why. They've had injuries, they've had issues, and yet they are playing just about as well as anybody. Drew Timme elevates and scores right over top. He missed wide left. Drew Timme dribbles it off his foot. Barcelo pulls up at the free throw line. That's much more. I mean, he just had an ultimate nightmare game up in Spokane a few weeks ago when these two teams first met, but he's having a really good year. He's gotten better and better every year of his. Well, the defense just left him, so he said, okay.
The amazing features of Zoom.
And maybe I missed it. It's very possible. Vern Harris had a lot better look at it than I did. Barcelo, nice little mid-range move. Nationally, he's that good.
Yeah. And look, the top 20 list came out. 3 Zags are on the top 20 list. Great space.
Nemhard backing his way in, and wow, right over top the Gideon George, who had foul trouble through the first half. Gave it up to Alex Barcelo. Barcelo's pull-up is.
I think if you're going to use Harms, just continue to use him as a screener, and I would delay his role that he had earlier in this game.
Threw that one up. Watson cleaned up the miss and laid it in.
Efficient players in college basketball, period. I mean, he doesn't require a lot. He's 3 for 3. He's got 6 points. He's played 7 minutes. He's just quiet.
Last game at BYU, back down to a 9-point Zags lead. Timmy, quick move, then spun back left and finished with that hand. It has to be considered one of the best shot blockers in the game. Lohner just had it taken away. Kispert is going to beat him down the floor. Kispert against Gonzaga. It's points the other way. George down the lane. Gideon George, good move. Missed the layup. Lohner tipped it in. Something like that. with you figure plenty more to go in this season. Spencer Johnson in. Barcelo pulls up, hits it.
There's no doubt about that, Dave. They're going to have to make a couple of those perimeter shots. You can continue to attack inside. That's been good for them. And you can't have that.
Free throws. Harding went by Kispert and scored.
The cup that were really easy to finish. That one was more difficult, but a better finish.
Nembhard blows by and scoops it in. Timmy, the big man, can bring it up. Nembhard on the attack, floats it in.
That doubleheader between West Virginia and Texas Tech. West Virginia, they can score. It's about their offense right now, and it's been a long time since we said that.
Great little nugget from college hoops history. I mean, it is amazing. We could very well, with the big interruption coming up for the Bears.
I think it's a big advantage to have as much normalcy right now as you possibly can. And it's not just which five. You know, if it's three guys that never play and two of your starters, I don't know how that makes your team really better moving forward. As long as you're continuing to keep team functions moving in the right direction, I think that benefits anybody.
Brandon Averett answered a beautiful teardrop from Jalen Suggs, who will now shoot a long
period of time that was extremely rough from deep. And he's continuing to show that he's got confidence in his ability to knock down that shot.
Nembhard backdoors to Suggs, who reverses it in.
One of them was in Lexington. Everybody else went to different locations this past year. Oklahoma State, USC, Gonzaga, Florida State. The second he walked on campus that he was a pro. You knew exactly where he was going. And Jalen has had that same kind of feel. Something different about the makeup, the way they move, the way they cut. Everything they do on the floor is a little bit crisper and a little bit different.
Quick catch and release, Trevin Nell. Does that be great if he pointed at a teammate? Blame somebody else. Alex Barcelo, good for him.
How did we have so much success getting to this portion of the floor, getting to that middle third and that logo area and finding a way to make...
Blocked with both hands against Brandon Averett. Suggs knows right where Averett is, kind of rode him down the court, and Lohner finally snatches it down. At rankings, the computer system, BYU is basically a top 25 team playing on its home floor. Gonzaga's had some foul trouble. Corey Kispert's had his quietest cup. Huge in the last couple minutes. They left Johnson open. Here's the ball away from behind. Johnson got it back, missed the shot. Ball tapped around to Lohner. Gonzaga is supposed to play USF this weekend. Hopefully that game will go as scheduled. Under a minute to go.
You and I are going to do that game together.
I sure hope so. And BYU, two guys run into each other. They don't turn it over, though. So now there's some real drama. And Averett lays it in. Comfortable in a late game situation at the line than that.
And 90% on the year.
Suggs tried to block it. Struggle, made them both. Final 5 seconds. Barcelo from the baseline. No. And the rebound for Jalen Suggs. The final horn sounds. Gonzaga with an 11-point win. Thumbs up for the #1 team in the country.